evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Tuesday, the 18th of August, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Newtown Football Club gets new president, and in our feature for this evening, we get an update on the ongoing swim and sail camp. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Joanne Fleming, and I'm a lawyer here at Myrna R. Walwyn and Associates. Sometimes trying to exercise and eat healthy can be challenging, especially when you work a 9-to-5 job. However, starting my fit journey has been one of the best decisions I've made. I now have increased levels of energy that last me throughout the day, and exercise is a great way to reduce stress and anxiety. So, if you've started your fit journey, stick with it. And if you haven't, come join us. And remember, fit is beautiful.
Well, I'm back and we start with football. Scotty Tyson is the new president of the Newtown Football Club. For more in this report, we join Andre Huey.
After several delays and controversy surrounding the election of a new executive of the Newtown Football Club, a breakthrough was finally made on Wednesday evening. Scotty Tyson is now the new president of the Newtown Football Club, edging out the incumbent Canty Bori. The election was held at the SWMC conference room in Taylor's Range and was observed by executive members of the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association. Mr. Tyson said he was initially surprised at being elected, but has high hopes and plans for his tenure and the club.
Actually, was very surprised, but I know it was something the players wanted to happen for a very long time. So having the opportunity to help them with this journey is a very, very good feeling for me to do so. The last persons in charge of the club didn't show them, I guess, the love that is needed. You know, drove a lot of players away. Even on the night of winning last night, you know, I have several calls and messages that let me know, Scotty, I'm glad to hear the change has finally come. I'm back home with you. So I'm expecting over 20 guys, you know, getting back home, which is all Newtown born and bred persons. Newtown itself have too much talent out there elsewhere, beating Newtown. So it's good to see all of these guys finally getting home and combine these talent to make us a winning team and a winning community and bring the love and spirit back to our hometown of Newtown.
Tyson, a native of Newtown, is involved in his community, contributing to sports, namely basketball and football. He believes his prior involvement in the community helped him to win the presidency of the executive.
What most of people notice around here in Newtown is I am one who are for the kids and are for the youths, especially around the community. And watching me do my stuff at the basketball court, come around them, try to assist them in the football, I guess that alone has been enough said for them to have me to lead them in the football world. It was more action than words. It's all action.
Meanwhile, Mr. Tyson lists the main priorities for the club at this time, including getting a sponsor for the senior team and doing repairs at the Newtown football facility.
Well, from what I understand, the club has no sponsorship. Understand? So that's something needs to be done. There's some repairs need to be done here at the stadium. If you look, you know, roof repairs, and I'm sure I will get assistance from the government in some of these endeavors for the clubs. The club also would need transportation, which I'm also would be a charge of because I'm the one for several years taking them here and there and everywhere to and for their games. So, but other than that, the club itself is, I would say, going to be fine, pretty much fine.
Also on the new executive are Sean White as first vice president, Chantel Wilkinson, second vice president, Joseph Wilson as treasurer, Ian Lake and Dawood Byron as executive members.
Thanks so much, Andre. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
Fitness for me is a lifestyle. It's about being consistent around your eating habits, your workout habits. I live an extremely busy lifestyle, and the gym is like an addiction for me. When I'm not working out, I feel like I'm missing out on something. And I've recognized over the years that it's really not a sprint. It's sort of like a marathon. It's more like a journey. It becomes part of you. And I constantly talk to people about the fact that working out is great, but eating is just as important. So I think the combination of eating healthy and working out consistently is what fitness means to me. Fit is consistency.
Well, I'm back, and tonight swimming is in the spotlight. Tonight we go over to the Orly Beach and take in this update done on Friday 14th August on the ongoing swim and sail camp. Let's take in this.
These are the rules for you. Listen and obey your instructors and volunteers. These are the rules for you. Wear your life jacket. Go in the water when authorized. These are the rules for you. No rough play, no pushing, no screaming unless you need the help. These are the rules. You have to stay with the group at all times. You have to listen when the whistle blows. These are the rules for you. Remember to ask permission when you exit the water. These are the rules for your safety and your friend's safety and everyone around you. These are the rules. Don't leave at the end of the day without checking out yourself. These are the rules for you. Your goggles and your life jacket. Wash them, return them quick. These are the rules for you. These are the rules for you. Listen and obey your instructors and volunteers. These are the rules for you. Wear your life jacket. Go in the water when authorized. These are the rules for you. No rough play, no pushing, no screaming unless you need the help. These are the rules. You have to stay with the group at all times. You have to listen when the whistle blows. These are the rules for you. Remember to ask permission when you exit the water. These are the rules for your safety and your friend's safety and everyone around you. These are the rules. Don't leave at the end of the day without checking out yourself. These are the rules for you. Your goggles and your life jacket. Wash them, return them quick. These are the rules for you. These are the rules for you. Listen and obey your instructors and volunteers. These are the rules for you. Wear your life jacket. Go in the water when authorized. These are the rules for you. No rough play, no pushing, no screaming unless you need the help. These are the rules. You have to stay with the group at all times. You have to listen when the whistle blows. These are the rules for you. Remember to ask permission when you exit the water. These are the rules for your safety and your friend's safety and everyone around you. These are the rules. Don't leave at the end of the day without checking out yourself. These are the rules for you. Your goggles and your life jacket. Wash them, return them quick. These are the rules for you. These are the rules for you. Listen and obey your instructions and volunteers. These are the rules for you. Wear your life jacket. Go in the water when authorized. These are the rules for you. No rough play, no pushing, no screaming unless you need the help. These are the rules. You have to stay with the group at all times. You have to listen when the whistle blows. These are the rules for you. Remember to ask permission when you exit the water. These are the rules for your safety and your friend's safety.
Well, we're back here at the swim camp, and actually I'm with Valerie Gregoire and Nicholas Dupree, and they just had an experience, a catamaran experience. Valerie, maybe you could talk, right? Talk to us about the experience this morning.
Yeah, so it's been a great program. We've been splitting the program between sailing and and aquatic training, so swimming and these kinds of activities. Today was Friday, it was our little sailing treat, so they've been learning to sail their own boats, and today they got to see how all the stuff that they learned also applies to a big boat. So maybe on a future they can think about getting into bigger boats, maybe a job on a boat, or long distance sailing. So it's been a nice little fun end to the week.
And Valerie, exactly where did they go today?
So, well, it was with the Leeward Island, and then we went over on St. Kitts in Shitten Bay, where most of pretty much all the sailboat catamaran are going to snorkel, and then they have the mooring there, they attach the mooring. We get in the water with mask and fins. Everybody got in the water.
Okay.
Some of them keep the life jacket on. Others who are more comfortable didn't take them on, so they could go down and look at stuff. And then we had enough. We were 10 adults, so we were separate all of us in small groups. So it's like easy to keep charge and manage because not everybody have the same skill. And then in this way, everybody got to see some fish. Yeah.
So we have another week to go for this particular camp.
Correct, yeah.
So how would you rate what has been achieved so far? What's the success story so far with these children?
So for my part, Nick is doing the sailing part, I'm doing the aquatic part. Inside the aquatic part is actually like a big umbrella where we have some swimming and we have marine conservation class. So they're learning about all the different marine organisms in the water. They're learning about how they're interacting to each other, how the ocean that works together. We did a big beach cleanup, but we didn't just stay at the beach. We did the entire Wally. They were so motivated with this that they collect 340 pounds of garbage.
Wow.
And then what else do we do? Almost each day we're going in clean water. It's to get them more comfortable. We had some of the kids that were not at a level to jump out, for example, from the sailboat and be not freaking out. So we get them to the point that now everybody is not freaking out. So everybody could go on a boat. So that is one big improvement on this part. I had some kids they did not want to put their face in the water, and now everybody was snorkeling out there. Everybody have a mask on and doing it. So that's this big improvement. And we have some that barely could swim, and now they're jumping out of the platform, and they're doing a lot of different things. And at the same time, we did learn different fish, how to identify the fish. So today when I was out, they could tell me, oh look, I saw a parrotfish. Oh no, look this fish. What is that blue fish? Is that the dory? So they could already apply what they did learn in the class and then put it into it. Also the class, we always have a game with what they're learning, the same as before we went for the collecting the trash. We had a game. So it's to make it fun, so they learn through it all the time. Everyday improvement with the rules. We have a song with the rules, and now the smaller one, they're good, they know the song. Okay. The bigger one, they don't know the song, but the smaller one, they know the song. Okay. So just that is also an improvement.
And Gregory, from the sailing point, how have things been going?
The sailing's been great. We have a lot of different sizes and abilities, as we were talking about. And what's important is everybody progresses from where they're starting from. So we have some very little boats that are good for the little kids, and we start off with them first just hanging on to the back and sailing very close to shore. And over the course of this week, they're slowly getting more comfortable going further out. We do things like we capsize the boat with them so that they're not afraid when it happens, so they can put it back up by themselves. We do a little bit of the parts of the boat, and we do a little bit of like understanding the knots and how everything comes together, and just general sort of seamanship that just makes them more comfortable on the water. We have a couple of kids that are doing really well, and we're glad we got the good kids together so they can practice racing a little bit between each other. So for the kids that are getting really into the racing side, they can get into the racing. And what's interesting is we had an older group and a younger group, and they would we have two little teams, And over the course of the couple of weeks, they've developed this little competition where they want to race each other, the bigger kids against the little kids. And at first I was like, oh, the little kids are going to get beaten, but some of the little kids have been coming along so well. I think we're going to have a little race at the end of the week on Thursday, and I think the younger team are going to do pretty well. So
I would love to get that race. Would they also have a swim race as well, Valerie?
Oh, yeah, maybe on Friday on the fun day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Friday would be the last day.
Yeah, next week, last day. We're doing a fun day, and then on the Thursday, organizer come up with the idea to do really a sailing race, which I think it's nice. And then it's also bring up what they learn with Nick to put it into place. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll capture that as well, and we look forward to an exciting final week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? For those folks who didn't make it this year, what would be your words to them?
Well, I think the swimming, I'll talk about the sailing. The sailing we do every weekend on Sunday afternoons. Doesn't matter your age or ability, big, small, we have different size boats for everybody. So if you want to get involved, come along.
Time to come. Okay.
We run it all through the year, so just come down here, get in touch on Facebook or online, and we'll set something up.
Nice. Valerie?
So for the program for swimming, it's also attached with the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center. So if you go on the website from the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center, you could register directly there for the swimming. It's the program Swim to Win that we're doing, and they could also register directly there for the sailing, same thing.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for the wonderful job that you keep doing, and we look forward to an exciting final week.
Thank you.
Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.